the most important international relations to me is the ongoing conflict and the rise of ISIS that we are seeing in the Middle East. The issue is the most important one to me is for several reasons. First is the rise of ISIS has given to rise of transnational terrorism at a wide level. If we can see the attacks in Paris, for example, or if we can see the attacks of Tunisia, Indonesia, Turkey, Yemen, we can understand the far-reaching consequences of the rise of ISIS in the Middle East. We have also seen the threat of ISIS attacks in cities like Washington DC and London, and it has kept almost all countries on guard. So this issue, though is arising from Middle East, is having an impact over a lot of countries in the world. The second issue, why I think it is the most important one, is that of the consequent, one of the worst migration crises of the 21st century that we are seeing in Europe. The reason is that people are fleeing their homes from the fear of persecution, and then they're going to Europe, whereas we have seen that the countries of Europe are not in a position to accept all those migrants. The third issue why I think it is important is theoretically this issue is also a question to the order of Westphalian system. We have seen how the regimes which are not conclusive in Iraq and Egypt have led to problems. Countries like the United States and Russia are having a role in anti-ISIS war, but we are not seeing any foreseeable solution in our hands, and authoritarianism is working like a pressure cooker in the Middle East. The impact, though it is an international relations issue, it has an impact on me. First, number one, I think that it is having an impact on me because of the rhetoric or actual xenophobia that we are seeing in the West. I do not know whether I would be having a full freedom because of being a Muslim when I go to the West or opt to visit in Western countries. The second is that this ISIS has crossed continental borders, and it has also reached a country like Bangladesh, where various local groups are interested to show their allegiance to a group like ISIS. So I have to go through a lot of screening process in various places. So this also is a national security concern for a country like Bangladesh as well. So considering all these things, I think that this issue is the most important one, having a domestic and even individual impacts. Thank you.